Tonight, we begin again carefully, slowly, and honestly. The rain outside is steady and kind, and in its rhythm, your whole system can settle. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to fix anything. You are here to rest. Let the night hold you. Let the sound of falling water become the soft boundary around your attention. And allow me to guide you into stillness. Take a gentle breath in through the nose. Hold for a heartbeat. Exhale through the mouth, long and smooth, as if you were fogging a window. Feel the first layer of the day loosen and slide away. Again hail, cool and easy. Pause, exhale, warm and slow. With each breath, notice tiny changes. The way your shoulders sit a fraction lower. The way your jaw does a little less work. The way your eyes grow heavier behind the lids. Listen to the rain, the way a shoreline listens to waves. Without analysis, without effort, every drop is familiar, yet no two are the same. The mind loves to chase differences. The body understands the sameness. Let the body teach the mind now. Inhale as the rain gathers. Exhale as the rain falls. Inhale, gather. Exhale, release. Bring awareness to the crown of your head. Imagine cool threads of rain brushing the scalp, rinsing static thoughts away. That sense of mental buzz begins to dim. The forehead smooths. Muscles around the eyes soften outward and downward, as if they've been waiting for this permission all day. Darkness behind your eyelids becomes a gentle room where everything is padded and quiet. Let the rain trace down your cheeks. If your teeth are touching, let a sliver of space appear. Let the tongue become heavy and rest on the floor of the mouth. The jaw is a hinge that does not need to hold the world. It can swing open and rest. Notice how much mental noise was living here and how it drains away with a sound. Slide attention down the back of the head and into the neck. Picture warm rain melting stiffness along each side of the spine. The head balances more easily. The throat feels clear and open, as if a window has been lifted. Breathing deepens on its own. You are not forcing anything. You are allowing what is natural to resume. The shoulders, all day they have been tiny shelves for invisible burdens. Imagine the rain washing those shelves clean. Rounded edges, soft weight, shoulders dropping millimeter by millimeter as the sound unthreads tension. That release flows down the arms, past the elbows, into the wrists, and out through the fingertips like thin streams joining a larger river. Bring attention to the chest. Feel the rise and fall. Let the rain keep time for you. Inhale for 4. Pause for 2. Exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. And now release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The heart answers by settling into an easy, confident rhythm. You don't have to count forever. Once you find the flow, the rain will count for you. The ribs and belly. If there is a knot there, greet it kindly. Imagine raindrops landing on the knot and seeping inward, softening it strand by strand. The belly yields to the breath, the way wet earth yields to roots. There is more space inside you than you remembered. You can breathe all the way down and all the way out. Now the back body, from between the shoulder blades to the lower back and sacrum. Tension here often hides like a clenched fist you cannot see. Picture the rain as warm palms smoothing along the muscles, pressing worry out and down. Feel the mattress rise to meet you. Feel gravity do the work you don't need to do. You are being held. The hips and glutes. Let them spread and settle. Imagine they are stones at the edge of a stream, heavy in the nicest way, partly submerged, perfectly supported. Nothing to lift, nothing to carry. The stream moves. The stones do not have to. Sense the weight moving outward and downward as if sand were pouring from the muscles and being swept away by rain. Calves and ankles. Let the Achilles soften. Let the feet bloom a little wider, toes loose, arches resting, heels grounded. If a twitch of restlessness appears, give it one full breath and let it ride the exhale out through the soles. Now step back inside your awareness and view your whole body at once as if you were looking at a single shape drawn in soft charcoal, edges blurred by mist. From crown to soles, the shape is breathing. From crown to soles, the shape is safe. Repeat very softly, inside, no strain, no push, only agreement with what is already happening. My mind is quiet. My body is calm. I am safe. Once more, almost a whisper, you think rather than say. My mind is quiet. My body is calm. I am safe. Let the sentence finish and fall like a drop completing its path on glass. If a thought knocks on the edge of attention, let it be a drop you do not catch. Watch it form, lengthen, slide, and vanish. If memory wanders in, offer it a seat at the far back of the room and notice that the rain drowns out its voice. If planning tries to stand up and present a list, you can nod kindly and say, "Not tonight." The list will still be there in the morning. Your rest is not a luxury. It is the ground that tomorrow will stand on. Picture the room you're in becoming a small cabin with a simple roof. You can hear the precise percussion of rain on wood, on leaves, on earth. A window is cracked just enough to carry the scent of wet air, clean and green and new. Somewhere outside, water is gathering in a shallow basin and overflowing in a silver ribbon. The world is washing itself. You are allowed to be washed by sound. Let your breathing become so natural you barely notice it. The body knows what to do without your instruction. The mind is not the pilot tonight. The rain is. Feel how relieving that is. How sane. You can set down the cockpit of thought and ride in the cabin of sensation. You can look out at a landscape that is both inner and outer and discover that both are raining, both are quiet, both are safe. If there remains one last area of holding, perhaps between the brows, perhaps in the belly, perhaps behind the heart, bring one palm there. Feel warmth, meet warmth. Breathe into the hand, not by effort, but by attention. On the inhale, imagine the rain moving toward that place. On the exhale, imagine the rain moving through it and beyond, carrying the remaining tightness away until only the sense of being remains. Now, as a final gesture for this opening chapter, let the edges of you blur into the room, and the edges of the room blur into the night, and the edges of the night blur into the gentle geography of rain. There is no need to stay sharp. Softness is a kind of intelligence. Quiet is a form of strength. Rest is not the absence of value. It is the presence of everything you need. Again, without force, think the words that match the moment. My mind is quiet. My body is calm. I am safe. Imagine the sentence written on the surface of a still pool. A few drops fall, rings widen, and the letters dissolve not, erased, but absorbed. The meaning remains inside the water. The meaning remains inside you. What comes next will take you deeper, but you are already on your way. The doorway has opened. The night has said yes. The rain will keep watch. All you have to do now is let yourself be carried by the simplest things: breath, gravity, sound. The practice is not to try. The practice is to allow. And you are allowing perfectly already. Begin again with the sound of rain. It is steady, kind, and patient. Let it be your metronome for rest, your quiet permission to let the body soften. Tonight, physical restlessness has nothing to cling to. Every drop says the same simple sentence: you are safe enough to release. You are safe enough to be still. Start at the crown of your head. Imagine cool threads of rain brushing the scalp. Tiny muscles you rarely notice let go, like a field of grass bowing under a gentle shower. The skin loosens. Thoughts that once crackled like static slow their flicker and dim to embers. You do not push them away. They simply run out of fuel. The rain is here. The brain hears it and decides to rest. Slide your attention forward to the forehead. If lines live there, imagine them smoothing as if written in sand, and a soft tide were arriving. One by one, grooves lift and vanish. The space behind the brow opens like a wide, quiet room with the windows cracked to the sound of weather. The mind that lived in the narrow hallway of effort steps into a cathedral of ease. Move to the eyes, even closed, they can clench. See the lids bathed in cool silver light, a rainfall made of softness. Muscles around the sockets release outward and downward. The world behind the lids grows darker in the nicest way, as if velvet curtains were drawn. If stray sparkles of thought dance there, let them be fireflies in a far meadow, to faint, to distant, to disturb your calm. The cheeks and jaw now. If your teeth touch, allow a fingertip's width of space. Let the tongue become heavy and rest on the soft floor of the mouth. Imagine rain tracing to gentle paths down from the temples, over the ears, across the hinge of the jaw. The hinges are old doors that no longer have to hold the house together. They swing and then they settle. The face unknots. The mask of the day dissolves. Bring awareness to the ears. The outer ears receive the music of rain. The inner ears lean back into silence. Between sound and silence, there is a third thing's spaciousness. Notice that you can hear the rain and also sense the space that contains it. Restlessness cannot fill a space this wide. Glide your attention along the back of the head into the neck. Picture warm rain melting stiffness on either side of the spine. Tendons soften. The head floats a little, as if supported by invisible hands. The throat is an open window. Breath passes freely. If you swallow, let it be easy. If you sigh, let it be aloud. The shoulders are shelves where invisible burdens like to gather. See the rain wash those shelves clean. Feel weight moving down the arms like slow rivers, past the elbows, through the wrists, out the fingertips as thin streams that join the larger water. Each exhale is another small flood release. Each inhale is a clean beginning. Rest your awareness in the chest. Feel its gentle rise and fall. Match the breath to an easy pattern. Breathe in for 4. Pause for 2. Breathe out for 6. Count once or twice. Then let the rain count for you. The heart answers by finding a calm cadence. Its voice lowers from a quick conversation to a murmured lullaby. Let the breath widen into the ribs. Feel the intercostal muscles expand like reeds, parting for wind and water. On the exhale, sense the cage softening, not as collapse, but as trust. Your body trusts the night. Your body trusts the sound. Your body trusts you. Down to the belly. If a knot sits there, greet it kindly. Imagine raindrops landing on the knot and seeping inward, loosening fibers that wrapped themselves tight to help you through the day. Thank the knot and let it unwind. The belly rises like a small tide and falls like a small tide, predictable, soothing, ancient. Travel to the back body, between the shoulder blades, the mid-back, the low back. Picture a slow river of warm rain running down the spine, filling shallow pools at the places that ache. Pools overflow. Ache is carried off. Your back does not need to guard anything now. The wall can lower. The gate can open. The watch can sleep. The hips and pelvis. Imagine broad stones at the edge of a stream. Water sheets over them and continues on. The stones do not argue with water. They allow and are shaped by allowing. Let the hips settle that weigh heavy in the best sense, grounded and generous. If there is tightness deep in the glutes, picture it as frost meeting dawn. Warmth spreads, and the frost becomes a sheen, and the sheen becomes a shine. The thighs, strong pillars that carried you, offer them permission to put everything down. Feel the long muscles untwist, the fascia glide, the skin warm under the gentle percussion of rain. At the knees, let the hinges rest. They have bent enough today. Place them in alignment with ease, as if you were setting tools back into their soft case. The calves and shins. The calves often whisper when the day is done, tiny fizzing currents of leftover doing. Wash them with attention, the way rain washes a dusty path. The shins, often ignored, glow faintly as blood moves without hurry. At the ankles, let the rings soften. They no longer have to hold balance against the world's tilts. The feet, spread the toes a little and then allow them to forget their names. Let the arches relax as if arches were boats pulled onto quiet sand. Heels sink like warm stones. If you imagine the soles drinking rain through the blankets, imagine also that every sip returns as calm, filling the whole body from the ground up. Now, step back and view the body as one landscape. There are no separate storms, only one weather, and tonight, the weather is gentle. Above, rain threads the sky. Below, earth receives and returns steadiness. Between them, you are exactly where you need to be. A bridge of breath. A resting place for awareness. A home that knows how to heal itself when given time and kindness. Repeat inside, like a note you hum, rather than sing. My body is still. My body is calm. My body is at peace. Do not force belief. Let recognition arrive. The sentence is already true in places. With each drop, the true area grows. If a ripple of fidget appears, it appears to turn, to check, to brace. Give it one complete breath. Inhale and make space around the ripple. Exhale and let the ripple travel outward until it fades into the larger quiet. Nothing needs to be fixed. Everything can be allowed. Return to the shoulders for a moment and notice whether they have descended another small measure. Return to the jaw and notice the sweet weight of the tongue. Return to the belly and notice the tide that keeps its promise. Return to the feet and notice how grounded does not mean heavy. It means safe. Let the rain speak for you now. It says, here is rhythm. Inside that kindness, your body remembers what to do. Muscles go quiet. Nerves settle. The heart keeps the simplest time. Your breath opens doors you thought were walls. Stay exactly like this. Nothing more is needed. The work is rest. The proof is relief. The path onward is the same as the path inward, down and soft and sure. When you are ready, the next part will carry the mind into the same quiet the body now knows. For this moment, remain as the listener to rain, the friend to your own body, the one who lets go. The rain falls in a calm, tireless rhythm. Each drop arrives. Each drop departs. Your thoughts can learn the same motion tonight. Appearance, softening, release. There is no need to hold a mind still with force. Instead, let it flow with gravity, the way silver beads of water travel down a window, leaving the surface clearer than before. Imagine a wide pane of glass before you. Night lives on the other side, dark and kind. Rain taps and gathers into small, shining circles. A bead forms, trembles, grows heavy, and then begins its gentle slide. Another follows. Two paths meet and merge. The line lengthens and continues. You do not chase it. You witness the arriving, the moving, the disappearing. The glass understands impermanence. The rain teaches it moment by moment. Bring your breath into the same lesson. Inhale softly through the nose for 4 counts Feel the ribs widen. Pause for 2 with ease. Exhale for 6. And imagine a strand of thought becoming longer, thinner, and finally letting go. Inhale, presence. Pause, patience. Exhale, release. Repeat until the count dissolves into the sound outside, and breath follows rain without numbers or effort. Let one thought step forward, the one that has asked loudest for attention today. Place it gently on the upper edge of the window as a clear bead of water. Notice its weight, its outline, the way the drop shivers when more rain gathers. With the next exhale, watch it begin to travel. With the next inhale, keep company with it without judgment. With the next exhale, see it reach the sill and vanish. You did nothing but observe. The world did the work. Another thought arrives, then 3 together. Then a thin veil of many. Instead of sorting or fighting, let them merge. Many become one streak. One streak becomes motion. Motion becomes a quiet pain again. Behind the glass, the sky is vast and untouched. Behind your thoughts, awareness is vast and untouched. The drops do not stain the sky. Thoughts do not stain awareness. Repeat within, like a low chant heard beneath the rain. My thoughts flow like raindrops. They arrive, they move, they pass. Say it again, quieter. Each time, the sentence grows more obvious and less necessary, until the sound carries it for you. Now widen the picture. You are inside a small, warm room. The window glows with reflected lamplight. A chair waits. A blanket rests across the arms. You sit and feel the wood steady beneath you. Outside, the garden is a field of dark leaves bowing to the weather. Somewhere, water gathers in a shallow bowl and overflows in a silver ribbon. The world is washing itself. You are allowed to be washed by listening. If a stubborn worry insists on staying, give it the weight of water. Let it grow so full that gravity becomes kindness. It will descend of its own accord. If a sharp memory flashes, let the rain blur its edges until it softens into a watercolor and slides away. If planning begins to assemble lists, offer it a shelf by the door and promise to meet it in daylight. Then turn your chair back to the window and the lesson. Bring attention to the body while you watch. The brow is smooth, wide, cool. The eyes rest in their soft sockets. The jaw hangs loose. The throat is open and the breath passes easily. Shoulders fall like curtains loosened from their hooks. Arms feel long and warm. Hands release old holding and rest as open bowls for quiet. The ribs widen and settle. The belly rises like a small tide and falls like a small tide. The spine is a quiet river with gentle bends, and the hips are stones that prefer stillness. Then notice the low back like dark bark after rain, supple, generous, relieved of its creak. The pelvis rocks by a millimeter with breath and then decides not to move at all. Warmth gathers in the hands and the feet as small capillaries open like tiny gates. The body keeps saying the same word in many language: enough, 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 and every layer hears it. Return to the window. Notice the spaces between drops. At first, they seemed crowded. Now, there is distance and relief. The mind learns from the weather it attends to. What you watch becomes what you know how to be. Tonight, you watch patience. Tonight, you practice dissolving. Whisper again. My thoughts flow like raindrops. They arrive, they move, they pass. Let the phrase shorten each time until it is simply arrive. Move, pass, then allow even that to fade into rhythm. If a wave of restlessness rises, meet it with one complete breath. Inhale and make room around it. Exhale and allow it to travel outward. Most waves spend themselves quickly when they are not opposed. Trust physics. Trust water. Trust the kindness of letting go. Imagine now that the glass opens like a slow, quiet door. The rain does not rush in. The boundary simply becomes air. Your thoughts are still drops, but they have more sky to travel. Some evaporate before they fall. Some fall and vanish on your skin like cool punctuation. You are not separate from the weather of mind. You are the open space that lets it change. Set a soft cadence for the minutes ahead. Watch a drop arrive. Breathe in. Watch it move. Breathe out. Notice the clean surface it leaves. Rest in the pause. Repeat as long as feels sweet. If you drift, drift. If you wake, return to the pain. Both are welcome. Both are part of quiet. Before this section closes, offer the mind one more kindness. Imagine a clear bowl placed on the sill, slowly filling from a roof drip. Each time a drop lands, the surface rings outward and then becomes still. Place a single word from today in that bowl-wong label that tries to summarize the day. Watch the rings widen and fade until the word dissolves into simple water. The bowl reflects only night and your calm face leaning near. You have learned the movement, arrival, motion, release. The rain will keep teaching while you sleep. For now, let the window be clear, the room be warm, the body be easy, and the mind be a sky that nothing can stain. E. The rain continues, steady and tireless. Every drop strikes the roof, the earth, the leaves, and then disappears into quiet. The world outside knows how to dissolve its own noise. Tonight, you learn the same gift. Inside, there may still be faint echoes of the day, voices, tasks, fragments of thought, inner chatter that tries to keep moving. But like distant thunder that fades into rain, all noise within can melt into calm. Start by listening carefully. Beyond the closest sound of rain, there is another layer, the hush beneath it. This hush is always present, always available. Every noise that once felt sharp now softens when placed inside this larger space. Imagine your thoughts, your memories, your inner words as raindrops hitting the surface of a pond. They ripple once, twice, and then the water smooths again. You do not need to chase stillness. It returns by its own nature. Bring your breath into this awareness. Inhale softly, slow and wide. Exhale longer, steady like mist releasing into the night. Each exhale carries a piece of noise with it. Not forced, not pushed, simply surrendered. The body understands. The nervous system hears the rain and begins to mirror its pattern. Where there was static, there is rhythm. Where there was chatter, there is a lullaby. Picture your mind as a great hall, filled earlier with overlapping voices. At first, the crowd was loud, but one by one, figures leave, chairs empty. The hall grows spacious. Now, only a few whispers remain, like faint drops on the farthest edge of the roof. Soon, even those disappear. Silence is not empty. It is full of rest. It is the true music underneath the noise. Repeat softly within. I release the noise. I rest in the calm. Again, I release the noise. I rest in the calm. Let the words echo less each time until they vanish completely into the rain. What remains is not a mantra, but the feeling itself. Release, calm, release, calm. Let images help you. Imagine a chalkboard covered with marks, numbers, scribbles. A gentle rain falls across it, washing lines away. The board grows clean, open, waiting. Imagine a field after harvest, stubble, rough and dry. Rain falls for hours, for days, and the ground softens. Green returns. Imagine a radio left on, crackling with static. As the rain falls, the dial turns itself until the static fades and only music remains. The music of silence. Notice your body now. The forehead is smooth, the jaw unclenched, the throat open, shoulders loose, chest and belly breathing slowly, arms and legs heavy. feet resting like roots in soft earth. Your whole body is the proof of dissolving noise. It has heard the lesson and obeyed without effort. If a new noise resides a memory shouting, a worry calling, do nothing. Let it sound once like thunder far away. Let it dissolve into the rain that never stops falling. You do not have to silence it. Rain silences everything with patience. Trust time, trust rhythm. Trust the way water wears down stone. Stay with the image of the pond. A drop lands, rings spread, then stillness returns. Over and over, proof arrives that quiet is stronger than noise. The mind does not need to be blank. It only needs to be larger than the noise it holds. Tonight, with the rain as teacher, your mind becomes vast enough to hold and dissolve everything. Repeat once more. I release the noise. I rest in the calm. Then let go of the words. The rain will keep repeating them for you in its own language. Remain here in dissolving quiet for as long as you wish. This loop can continue endlessly. Each time noise appears, it dissolves. Each time silence returns, it deepens. You are resting in a truth as steady as water. Everything loud becomes soft. Everything sharp becomes smooth. Everything restless becomes calm. The rain outside has become part of you now. Every breath you take is matched by a drop. Every exhale matched by a gentle hush. In this space, your subconscious is open and soft, like soil after a long shower. Tonight, we plant affirmations, quiet seeds of stillness and peace that will grow while you sleep. Take one deep inhale through the nose. Hold it lightly. Exhale slowly through the mouth. With each exhale, imagine the soil of your mind becoming richer, ready to receive the words. Repeat softly, inside, in rhythm with the rain. I am safe. Say it as you inhale. Let the words spread through your chest, your arms, your belly. The body receives the message like roots receiving water. I am calm. Say it as you exhale. Feel tension leave your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach. Calm flows down your spine like a warm stream. I release the day. Say it as you inhale. Picture everything that clung to you, lifting like mist. I welcome peace. Imagine peace flowing into every cell, glowing gently. My mind is still. Say it as you inhale. See the surface of a pond growing smooth after rain. My body rests deeply. Say it As you exhale, feel yourself sink into the mattress, heavy yet held. Repeat this cycle again and again. Inhale, I am safe. Exhale, I am calm. Inhale, I release the day. Exhale, I welcome peace. Inhale, my mind is still. Exhale, my body rests deeply. The order does not matter. The rhythm does. The rain keeps time for you. Each drop is a metronome for your affirmation. Even if your conscious mind drifts into dreams, the sound will keep repeating the words, like a friend whispering them on your behalf. Between cycles, breathe normally. Notice how the phrases have already begun to live in your breath. They are not just sentences, they are states. They are truths arriving quietly. If you wish, place a hand on your chest or your belly. Feel warmth under your palm. Let each affirmation sink through skin and bone into the deeper self. No effort, only permission. Repeat once more, then let the words dissolve. I am safe. I am calm. I release the day. I welcome peace. My mind is still. Now allow the rain to carry these affirmations for you. In your dreams, they will root, and by morning, they will rise like new shoots of serenity. All night, they will loop, steady as water, strong as kindness, soft as silence. The rain has washed your body into ease. The affirmations have settled into your subconscious. And now the mind itself is ready to step into a sanctuary, a quiet inner space that belongs only to you. In this sanctuary, there is no noise, no demand, no weight. Here, the mind does not work. It rests, it heals, it renews. Imagine a path before you. The ground is soft and damp with rain, each step cushioned. The path leads toward a small doorway glowing with gentle light. As you walk, the sound of rain surrounds you. Not heavy, not cold, just a perfect curtain of protection. Each step takes you farther from the noise of the day and closer to the calm waiting inside. When you reach the doorway, you pause. Place a hand on the frame. Feel how warm it is, how welcoming. This doorway is the threshold to your sanctuary. You are invited. You are safe. You step inside. The room is simple, but it feels made for you. The walls shimmer faintly, as if woven from mist and moonlight. The air is still, yet it carries the faint fragrance of rain. There is a soft place to lie down, perfectly shaped for your body. You sink into it, and the room itself seems to hold you. Here, thoughts cannot cling. They may try to enter, but the sanctuary has its own law. Every thought becomes a drop of water. The moment it crosses the threshold, it falls gently to the floor and soaks harmlessly into the earth. Nothing here can disturb you. Nothing here can stay. The sanctuary is always clean, always pure, always calm. Take a breath, inhale, and feel the sanctuary expand around you. Exhale and feel your body sink deeper into its support. The space grows vaster with each cycle of breath until it feels like an endless horizon contained in a single room. The quiet is not empty. Repeat silently, I have entered my sanctuary. I am safe. I am still. Whisper it once more inside. Then let the words dissolve into the silence of the room. Look around you in your mind's eye. Notice small details. A candle glowing without flame. A pool of water reflecting the ceiling. A window where rain glides down but never intrudes. Every detail reminds you of peace. Every corner assures you that you are home. Now expand this sanctuary. Imagine that beyond its walls lies a garden, lush and green, nourished by constant rainfall. Each leaf shines, each stone glistens. Walk slowly through this garden. The path bends gently, bordered by soft moss. The air carries both the coolness of rain and the sweetness of blossoms. You touch a leaf and feel it pulse with life. You kneel near a pond, perfectly still, reflecting the sky. Drop by drop, the rain forms rings on the surface, then smooths again. This garden is part of your inner home. Breathe in deeply. Smell the rain on earth, that ancient fragrance of renewal. Exhale and feel every cell of your body echo the freshness. In this garden, no shadow lingers. Every sound is part of harmony. Rain, breeze, heart, breath. You realize that silence is not the absence of sound, is the perfect balance of sound. The rain is music, the garden is choir, your breath is the conductor. As you walk further, you find a stone bench under a tree. Sit upon it. Above you, branches spread wide, leaves trembling under drops. Each drop falls in its own rhythm, yet together they form one perfect composition. Thoughts may arrive here too, but in this place they appear as leaves drifting down, spinning gently until they touch the ground. No leaf rushes. No leaf argues. All descend gracefully. So too, do your thoughts. Say within, I am at rest in my sanctuary. Nothing follows me here. Nothing binds me here. The words echo through the garden and dissolve into air. Each repetition feels less like effort and more like truth. The sanctuary is no longer a place you imagine. It is a place you inhabit fully. remain here. Lie back on the bench if you wish. Feel the tree above you like a guardian. Feel the pond nearby like a mirror. Feel the rain as your lullaby. This sanctuary belongs to you every night, every moment you remember. It asks for nothing but your presence. It offers everything in return. Safety, silence, stillness, peace. If you close your eyes, you may even feel the boundaries blurred. The garden becomes the room becomes the night becomes the rhythm of your breath. All are one, and all are quiet. From this sanctuary, you drift naturally toward deeper rest, carried by the sound of rain and the certainty of calm. The rain continues its steady rhythm, timeless and kind. It has walked with you through release, through quieting, through the sanctuary. And now it will accompany you into the deepest stage, effortless sleep. This part asks nothing from you. No repetition, no visualization, no effort. Only presence and rest. You are lying down, supported fully. The surface beneath you holds your weight with ease. The air around you is soft, touched by the scent of rain. Every sound belongs to the same gentle pattern. Drops on roof, drops on leaves, drops on earth. Your body recognizes this rhythm and decides to rest. Muscles no longer seek movement. The breath is slow, calm, and deep. The heart is steady. Imagine the room fading around you. The walls become transparent. The ceiling dissolves into night sky. Above, stars shimmer faintly, but their light does not disturb it, comforts, it reassures. The rain continues to fall, yet it feels more like music now than weather. You are inside a lullaby. Thoughts may still wander in, but they arrive faintly, like distant shadows moving behind curtains. They have no weight here. Each one touches the edge of awareness, then falls back into silence. The sanctuary of your mind does not hold them. It lets them drift away. Whisper gently inside, I am ready to sleep. I am ready to dream. I am ready to heal. Say it once, then let the words dissolve. The rain will continue to repeat the meaning for you in its own language. Now, imagine your whole body floating, not upward, not away, but into softness, as if you were sinking into a bed made of clouds. Every inhale lifts you slightly. Every exhale lowers you deeper, deeper into softness, deeper into rest. You are not falling. You are being embraced. If the mind still searches for something to hold, Give it the image of a single candle. The flame glows gently, steady, and calm. With each breath, it grows dimmer, softer, smaller, until only warmth remains. The flame goes out, not with a struggle, but with peace. Darkness comes, not as emptiness, but as fullness of rest. The rain now becomes the backdrop of your dreams. In every dream tonight, it will appear as comfort. It may be a soft drizzle on a meadow, a quiet shower over mountains, or a gentle storm at sea. Wherever it shows itself, it will remind you of calm, remind you of safety. Even in sleep, the sound of rain continues to protect you. Feel the boundary between waking and dreaming blur. Breathing slows further. Muscles surrender completely. Even the smallest parts, the fingers, the toes, the eyelids are heavy and still. The mind hovers at the edge, then drifts across. You are entering a landscape of silence, a sanctuary of sleep. Repeat one last time. Peace is here. Sleep is here. I am safe. Then let go. The words are no longer needed. The body knows. The mind knows. Now drift into the quiet. Drift into the rain. Drift into the endless sanctuary of night. Sleep holds you. Dreams welcome you. And peace remains with you. You are safe. You are calm. You are deeply, deeply at rest.